Distinct beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. You're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Hey.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 177. We in the building. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Brezzy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick. How y'all feeling out there?
You already know what you gotta do. Please download a live podcast app on iOS and Android, and make sure you follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If any branding deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com, and also please like and rate 5 stars on all streaming platforms, because that helps out with the algorithm. Episode 177, weekly check-ins. How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, man. A little tired, getting back into the swing of, balancing not just, fatherhood, but then you got professional life, social life, a lot of different avenues and elements. So I think it's really been important to kind of take this last week or so, last little bit of time to be like, all right, cool. This is what I've been doing. This is what I was doing before. This is what I got to do now. And I think I'm really seeing the value of boundaries and just being like, all right, I don't got time for X, Y, Z, or not trying to do everything. You can't be Superman in everything because you're not going to have nothing for anybody that they need. So I'm definitely even right now, it's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to support, trying to have my hand in. I'm like, all right, there will be time. There will be time. It might not be immediate. It might not be the moment when you wanted it or when other people want it for you, but it's a very, very important to just, make sure you have your priorities. What's A, what's B, what's C. And then, you find the time for what needs to be done, what you want to do. And it's like, okay, if it's not what somebody else wants, it's cool. It's cool. So that's where I'm at right now. Definitely excited for the perspective of what this next 365 is about to hold. Definitely excited to continue watching my little one grow, watch my family grow, support my family, and very excited to just, exist. And I think that's probably the dopest thing when you have to wake up at 3:00 every morning and you're doing something that seems so simple, but it's so important. It's like, all right, it is so much more to life than just what you probably thought it was prior to this phase. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. How you feeling?
Oh man, I think that's great too, because you're no longer living for yourself. You're living for someone else. So it's kind of like I mean, I don't have kids, but I have helped raise kids. It's kind of like a noble act that you're doing, and you can take pride in joining it. So I'm proud of you, my brother. How I'm doing this week? Honestly, I'm here, existing in this plane, just getting by. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, niggas lied. This was not no Summer 16 vibes that niggas was jack this shit up to be. But that's okay though. You can always take time to make it whatever summer or fall that you want it to be. So don't ever forget that. A little motivational stuff. But Slick, we here for a good time, not a long time. Let's get straight to the news. All right, Slick. Let's do a little. There's not that much on the political side except for some racist bait and how they trying to use a law against Kamala. We don't have to talk too much about that, but I want to talk about my boy Donnie over here, Teflon Don. This man comes out with a new way to get some money. What's your thoughts about the Donald Trump cards?
I'm actually unfamiliar with them. Can you break it down for me?
Oh, I sent you the video on Twitter. He is launching a campaign of selling his cards. Play the video real quick.
He's selling cards, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
My boy tapped in. He tapped in.
Now I gotta find this. I was like, I'll send it on the docket. I'm like, what are you talking about? Trump's cards?
Hold on, I just dropped it on I just put in the recent.
Hold on, I'm waiting for it to populate. There we go.
Is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. By popular demand, I'm doing a new series of Trump digital trading cards. You all know what they are. We've had a lot of fun with them. It's called the America First Collection. 50 all-new stunning digital trading cards. It's really something. These cards show me dancing and even me holding some bitcoins. Here's the best part. I'm doing great things for my Trump digital card collectors. First, there's the real physical Trump cards. Purchase 15 or more of my Trump digital trading cards and we'll mail you a beautiful physical trading card. It's really, I think, quite something. Each physical trading card has an authentic...
I'm done. That's so wild. What kind of Black Mirror episode are we living in, bro? Like,
I mean, you're not fucking with it. It's kind of like
it's creative.
Like basketball cards in the past, right?
It's creative, but I'm just like, like, what is the purpose of this? Is this to build his campaign funds? Is this like just his satire? Like, I don't see. We're living in such a weird time, and there's so much need amongst the citizens of this country that when I see shit like this, I'm just like, how is this helping us? Like, what do the funds go to something? Like, what's the message? It's weird to me. That's why I'm kind of just like, I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even hear about this. So this is why I'm just like, this dumb. So dumb.
My boy looking for that cash. I don't blame him. Get your coins up. Maybe they're not getting that much donation from their side, because I ain't gonna lie. Maybe once again, this is the Democratic part. They put a good show for the public, but the voters don't really be voting for the Democratic Party that much. While the Republicans are a little silent, but they vote. So I can't even tell because from what they are showing in the news media, it looked like Kamala is about to run away with this. But I think it's still going to be a tough race.
I think the general media is also very leftist too, so that's another reason. But I think a lot of people understand, like, even if you identify as a Republican, it's the fact that, like, they could really do some serious harm to the country just based off the Supreme Court and things that'll have lasting impacts outside of just a 4-year term. So I think that's the realest thing. Like, even if you don't support the Democrats or you don't support Kamala Harris as a candidate and whatnot, you're literally going to possibly be sitting policy back for the next 30 to 40 years if the Republicans get in and set another Supreme Court judge or whatnot. So that's really the hardest thing about it.
Just before we get to the next topic with Donald Trump. So we talked about him jumping on the track with Fabio. Well, he jumped on another track with 42 Doug from Detroit. What's your thoughts about Trump integrating himself into the hip hop community?
He's always been a part of the hip hop and urban community in terms of like media appearances and stuff like that. He's always been in our mediums. He's always been referenced. He's been in things that we consume. So it's kind of like, all right, I see it. I think it also speaks to the lack of, I guess I'm gonna say it's the lack of respect that him and his team have for the black community though. Cause it's like, yeah, that's cute. We're gonna laugh at it. We're gonna joke about it. But at the same point, are we, this doesn't mean you're gonna get our vote because we laugh, but we are entertained by you as we see you as a gesture, not a leader, And I think
I don't know, because if you have some of the popular artists now saying here rocking, because it looked like there's a lot of male rappers, because I haven't really seen too many, except for what's her name, Akbar V, the one with the messed up toes. Besides her, it's mostly male rappers going behind him, which led to a bigger debate about just black male voters not standing behind. At least what Plies the rapper is trying to imply that Kamala is not having the black male voters rally behind her, which I don't believe so, because I'm rallying behind her because I ain't voting for them. I ain't voting for Republicans and Trump. But this shit, I just want to let you know, Slick, we went from just having president debates, regular campaign, to now NFT cards are being released, rap songs are being made featuring presidential candidates. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is a Tubi movie. I know you say you didn't want to compare it to a Tubi movie, but this shit is a Tubi movie. Come on, Slick. At this point, I feel like I'm an episode of the Boondocks. At this point, I just need Thuglicious or Gangsterlicious to pop out over here or something. But on to the next news. Boar's Head. There's been a lot of recall of Boar's Head products, Slick, and I'm sad, Slick, because we in New York, right? What's our staples? Corner stores and delis, man. Bodegas and all that good shit. Sausalito turkey. Come on, Slick. You know a good Sausalito turkey on a roll with the fix, orange vinegar, please. Salt, pepper. Now you could die eating that shit. And now everybody's wondering why there's so many recalls. Like the person we was just talking about, basically making regulations non-existent now. And this is why a lot of the bad products are being made. What's your thoughts?
I mean, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And this is more so on a government level. When you take away those regulations for airline carriers, for food, for all these different things, it's like, yeah, companies are going to definitely skimp on the safety precautions on food and products because they're saving them money. And I think that's, again, the dangers of what's happening. Here, the Supreme Court is repealing X, Y, and Z from all these different historical mandates. It's like, yo, that's dirty work because you're really putting the average person at risk. And they don't care because, again, hey, you spent your money. We don't care. It's over. Like,
and we're not eating that. They have their own products on the low that they purchase and eat.
That's a fact. So it is disappointing because it's like, yo, damn, I would love a honey turkey on the roll, but it's like, shit, I can't eat that shit. You talk about what's happening with Walmart and Aldi's and everything with the produce. Like, you couldn't get produce because it's carrying listeria. Like, every day it seems like there's a new item, not even you can say product, because some of it is just like shit that's supposed to be grown in the ground or like meat and shit. And it's like, yo, nah, they're really fumbling this, and it's very disappointing because you don't care. We already know you didn't care about us because of the ingredients you let these companies put into their foods. Like, you go out of the country and you try the same product, like, oh, this shit tastes immaculately different.
Bro, you go to Japan, you lose weight eating fast food, which is crazy.
That's a fact. So it's just one of those things like, come on, America. Like, we know y'all be playing in our face, but y'all really playing in our face right now.
Facts. But just speaking on just niggas playing in our face, it's not really playing in our face. It's just a crash out moment, Slick. After we recorded our podcast, why this shit always happen, bro? After we record our podcast, that's when niggas want to turn up in the news, bro. Drake want to drop a 3-piece. We're going to get to that a little later. You feel me? But Lil Yachty, after his Key Glock episode on his podcast with Mitch, which sparked a lot of backlash because how he treated his co-host, Mitch, on there, he ended up going on live. You know, anytime you go on live and you start reading them comics, like, you already know niggas about to, it's not good for your mental health. So he started going after everybody. He started going after Mitch. Then he over here expanded on the reason why Caribou is not part of the Concrete label, Slick. Can you play a little bit of the crash out he had for Caribou?
Why was he so mad anyway? Like, I don't get it. Like granted, you know, shit happens.
He's been spiraling on the internet for the whole summer, bro. From his New York fashion talk, from him talking about the beef with Kendrick and Drake, bro. He's been doing bad.
What are you talking about, nigga? I changed your motherfucking life, and you on here lying, talking about some we bully you. That shit got me fucked up, bro. You got me fucked up, bro. You disrespectful, bro. You talk to people crazy. You tell people that they are nothing. You tell people you gonna spit on them. You tell people they poor, and you talk to my fucking label crazy. You claim I was stealing money from you, bro. Stealing money from you how, nigga? Stealing money from you how, bro? You ain't made no money, bro. See, this is the problem with you new artists. Y'all get popping online, and then you become more popular than your actual music, right? You $900,000 in a hole, and I got every fucking receipt, nigga. $900,000 concrete in a hole. I got every fucking receipt, nigga, and I'ma post it. I dare you, try me. I'ma post it, nigga. And I'll post how much money your fucking streams are made. You got, bro, stop, don't go on the internet and act like I'm bullying you, bro. I've been nothing but loving.
Oh man, this is based off the Slick. This shit crazy, bro. Because first of all, we didn't even talk about the main reason with him and Key Glock. I sent you a clip. But basically, it's all started because Mitch was giving out advice about, you know, just why don't you just do a 9-to-5, which Lil Yachty, in a way, was saying like, yo, the reason why you was able to get to where you are in life is because you didn't have to do the 9-to-5 to work and do your dreams. You got to basically live off my shine and hone your talent and skills until you could get to your point. You basically had privilege compared to an average Joe, but it looked like it came across bad. You want to play a quick snippet?
Second, let me find this. You sent me like 50 million videos.
We got a lot.
I got you.
Yeah.
Which way this?
All right. So
But I know I'm right. So what's
okay.
up?
Okay,
What you
cool.
talking about?
So let's go back to 2015. We was at my mama's house, right? I'm at my mama's house. Now Mitch is like 2 or 3 years older than me. All right. Now Mitch came to me, and for many years, you didn't just start making beats. By the way, you've been making beats since who knows how long you've been making beats for, a very long time. All right. And up until how long have we been doing this? Okay, so up until about maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, what you spent a lot of time trying to find your steps.
Right.
Right, but so
That's
to
what I'm saying,
sit
that's
there
my
and make-
point.
No. Imagine if you didn't have a friend who's already extremely successful to help you get on your feet. A lot of people don't have that. So what I'm saying is, what do you say? Because you didn't want to get a job. I never even suggested you get a job because I knew you wouldn't get a job. So what do you say to a who like, hey, I see a with a shiny watch. I got a gun, a dusty gun. It's gonna take a shiny watch. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling? I'm not gonna encourage it, but you gotta think about people got
And what I'm
families.
telling you is, it's shit you can tell. It,
What?
bro.
Like what?
Even if
But
what I'm telling you,
think about
but
yourself,
listen, but
though.
no, listen though. Even if then say that's the point I'm trying.
All right, Slick. Now, unpopular opinion. Lil Yachty is correct in what he is trying to say. I think he articulated himself wrong, and I don't think that was the platform to do that with your mans. But like they said before, they usually are very blunt and very, upfront with one another. But when it comes across in the public eye, it looked like he was basically sunning him and basically saying like, yo, if it wasn't for me, nigga, you wouldn't be on shit, basically.
Nah,
What's your thoughts?
I'm not familiar with, like, I don't watch their show. Like, I've seen like clips and stuff, but I've never like watched a full set, so I can't say if that's the normal for me. But just hearing it's like, ooh, because it's like he could have made his point without doubling down on some of his shit. Like, you tell a nigga with a dusty gun, like, bro, relax. The analogy wasn't necessary.
No, but it was more so because of Clee Glock was basically saying how, people had to rob people to get, the resources to go follow their dreams type of stuff. And Mitch was basically telling niggas like, yo, go get a 9-to-5 instead of robbing niggas. And Lil Yachty's like, bro. But it's like, but Lil Yachty's like, bro, hold on. You didn't go do a 9-to-5. You didn't rob nigga. You basically lived off my coattail until you figure out how you want to go about some stuff.
Yachty was wilding. Because again, that's two different points. Because again, if I tell you like I'm robbing niggas to try to fund my dream, like, nah, get a job, dude. You gonna push your freedom at risk. Yeah, go get it. You better off getting a job instead of trying to get a quick lick. Right. Not telling, because there's no point in that story where it goes, oh, you gonna live off your mans. Like, he really doubled down on like trying to sun him. That's why I think he might have did it subconsciously, but it's just like, yo, that's bad look. So I can see how everything can lead him to a crash. Because then you read those comments, like you said, and people don't know you, or people want to get a rise with you. They gonna just say whatever.
If you didn't have a problem with a person, don't go online, especially if you're an influencer or you have a sort of audience of followers, because they're not, the only thing they're going to do is encourage you to crash out, which he did. And speaking on the Caribou situation, I just want to talk about Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty might be the greatest songwriter for women. Okay, Slick, he might be the greatest songwriter for women. And also, we got to pause it too, Slick, because they're like, my nigga, I've been hearing some of these bars for some of these city girls and some of these women that you wrote shit for, bro. How you wrote that? What mind space? Slick, you listen to music, right? You love R&B. You think you could write a sexual song for a woman?
I think I could, but it would be very.
I'm talking about a city girl. I'm talking about
But
I'm grinding on the dick, slapping. What's act up?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. What I was gonna say, I think I could, or I could see how he does it, because he writes it from the perspective of what a man wants to hear. The shit a man wants to hear a woman say. If you feel what I'm saying, so like he's saying crazy shit, but remember, the girls like it because the girl is saying it. The niggas like it because like, oh yeah, you gonna have my girl doing that to me? Oh, it's lit. I've always thought about that. You feel me?
Okay, can I read you one of his
Go ahead.
Let's be. All right. It's Young Miami. I came to run my sack up. Tie hearts, holes on my page, trying to track us. Brand new chain city girls going platinum. I keep a baby Glock and I ain't fighting with no random. Period. Your bitch is weak. Is you serious? Let him taste the pussy. Now he acting all delirious. Do the dash in the Rover. Now it's Fast and Furious. I ain't gonna lie, he was spit.
Respectfully, it sounds more put together than some of the bars he normally put out by for himself.
I ain't gonna lie. Literally, we gotta put some respect on Lil Yachty's pen. Everybody talk about ghostwriters, even though there is a reference track from my boy, but we're not gonna talk too much about that because they're best friends. Lil Yachty, greatest songwriter for women. Women, tap in. If your shit whack, mama, hit my boy Lil Yachty. But speaking on just that, he was talking about how he styled all 5 niggas on the Concrete label. He dropped bags on Caribou. I'm just like, bro, Lil Yachty, you said you was gonna get off the internet probably like a few weeks ago. Stay off that shit, bro. And the thing about it, Slick, he did all of this on his birthday, Slick. A few hours before his birthday, he crashed out like this. I don't know, man. Lil Yachty, happy belated, gang. But Slick, just a little bit on celebrity news. You see your boo Meg Thee Stallion popped out with her NBA boyfriend. What's your thoughts about that? Come on now, she can keep that hot pocket on ice. She can't keep that hot pocket on ice.
Shout out to Meg. She number 3, so it's okay. I'm not mad about her. She like 3-4, somewhere in that range. I'm happy for her. I feel like especially with all she's going through in the public eye between the Tory Lanez situation, the party situation, and just a lot of the negativity to the AI leak joint. I think just her being able to find somebody she could confide in is a dope thing. And it's like, hey, people can make the joke about, hey, she always got a new nigga. She hasn't popped out a nigga in a minute. And she deserves to be able to do what she wants.
Yo, this might be real because this nigga is not no star. He a role player.
He is a role player. He gonna sit there and shut the fuck up.
So this might be real for real. She might really like this nigga.
He gonna sit down and be quiet, but also she gotta respect him because it's like he on the road. So it's like, all right, you wild out, I wild out too. Say less. Ain't Chicago, I think.
Oh yeah. He's from
actually
Chicago.
he might have a good season because they suck.
Yeah, Torrey Craig. They barely have anybody over there. They got rid of Caruso, DeMar. The only niggas they have is Zach LaVine, and nobody traded for this nigga.
Yeah, so he good. He gonna get his minutes. He get his stats up. She gonna be at games. It sound like a good match to me. Congratulations.
Damn, baby girl. I thought you was gonna pop out with a love nigga. I thought you was gonna keep your relationship like private. Slick, what's going on? Why she gotta let niggas know who she fucking? Only thing I'm upset because she ain't let me fuck.
You sound like the niggas from college. You a sick man. Like, damn, she got a boyfriend. Damn, I thought I was about to clap. I swear I was finna clap.
Come on now. But all right, let's get to some music. This is what I really want to talk about. All that other stuff, just some general stuff. Slick, I'm sorry, gang. You my brother, but you picked a side. You picked a side, Slick. 100 gigs for your head top part 2. What's your thoughts? We're going to talk about everything else, but what's your thoughts about the new content and the new music that was released on 100 gigs? The second version.
I enjoyed it. Remember, I found it. I actually saw this before you did. I had to hit you like, yo, new Drake. New Drake. No Face is tough. I like it. I just feel like the music is solid. The Goodness Gracious SOD solo version, tough.
Which I'm happy about. Get that little Yachty. I don't know why he was talking about that shorty little brother. I'm happy about that. So go ahead.
And what's the last one? Circadian Rhythms. I was like, yo, it was valid. I just, again, it sucks because I got 2 points. First, it sucks because it kind of missed the time frame. Because you're trying to call out about to go round 2, game 2, whatever. Maybe you're trying to step on Kendrick's album release, or I don't know what you're trying to shift the narratives. I feel like too much time passed, and respectfully, it's like, yo, sometimes you just hold your L and go about your music. That's my first point. And you as a stan, you could say what you want to say. You were the one that was sitting up here saying, and I quote, he shouldn't put nothing out. So if you're not gonna put nothing out, you're not gonna feed the streets, or you're gonna feed the streets.
No rap. I said no rap. I said he could see with the house music.
Yeah, but to your point, after this, the dust is cleared, you want to go to another battle, like, let it rock. Like, granted, and I will say this: the only nigga that can speak to him is Kendrick Lamar. He should on everybody else. If you bring up a point about any other rapper coming at Drake got them out the paint. Ross had a good diss, but Drake called out niggas by name, shit on them, told them, "Oh, you want to laugh at me, but I was fucking your wife." Like, he did what he had to do to everybody else. Like, Rocky I'm a Rocky fan. Rocky got a song tonight. Like, all right, Rakim, leave him alone. You and Abel been beefing. Like, leave him alone. Like, it's not much you want to say to him. And then on the flip side, I also feel like this is the industry kind of saying, "No, we was getting generational numbers when him and Kendrick was beefing, and then everybody that was associated that was putting out music was getting numbers." You feel me?
Talk about it, Slick, because the West Coast is up, right? The West Coast is up. Niggas was saying that, right? Oh, this is for the West Coast unity. My fault. I'm stepping over your point because I was coming with numbers for niggas since the West Coast dropped. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know I'm a big West Coast nigga too. You know I love their music. So you know I've been paying attention.
That's offending, but I feel like the industry is definitely like they need these niggas to go at it again. And we'll see if Kendrick comply. I think the funny shit about all this shit is like, yo, every nigga that went off of Kendrick is not selling. And Kendrick do not help these niggas.
That's what Slick. That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas sat here, and the thing about it is, you sit here talk about Kendrick like Drake is a manipulator. Kendrick is a master manipulator. It's like he's a master manipulator. He over here talking about he be manipulating y'all. He sat here and made this beef into a West Coast beef, unified. Yeah, guys. All come together, guys. Slick, let me read some numbers over here, Slick, because I was waiting to pod, Slick. I was waiting to pod, Slick, for this part too, because guess how much YG's album. Guess we talk about Mustard, right? He went triple aluminum, right? Guess how much album the Just Re-Up 3 sold?
Less than Mustard.
Especially. That shit sold condoms. That shit was 8K. 8K. The Roddy Ricch single, Downhill, you don't even hear it no more. You don't hear nothing.
I ain't know Roddy had a single, to be honest with you.
He released it like a little bit after the whole Pop Out concert. All you niggas sat here. Where's the West Coast now? And this is what pisses me off. And I'm so glad he released 100 gigs on niggas' head top. Because if you've been watching 100 gigs, if you had time to, you saw that he showed mad niggas love. From J. Cole, from listen to Future, listen to Travis Scott Young, showed people love. Hopped on people's record. He showed you the process. And I love this part two of the 100 gigs part because it has my favorite album, his favorite album, even though you don't like to think his is number one album. Nothing was the same.
I can see
I ain't gonna lie.
I can see it. Remember I said I agreed. I finally Take Care of my favorite album, but Nothing Was the Same might be his best album from front to back. I agreed.
I need Fighting Your Feelings. I need that song because that shit sound hard. I need that release. But Slick, it just shows you. And the thing about it, Slick, I was thinking about this too. The reason why Drake, and I think Drake did a horrible job expanding on this, he touched on it a little bit. But Drake basically was, throughout push-ups and everything, he's saying like, yo, bro, you're me. Now, granted, I've done this. I'm more successful at this, but you're me. You're not the hip-hop person that they think you are. You did songs with white people. That automatically takes you out of all that hip hop jargon niggas be trying to push on Drake. You don't help niggas out. You don't hold the lights off in this bitch. You're basically me, but I just do me better. And I say, and think about it, Slick, with academics already exposed DJ Head that, yo, your man spent close to 400K with bots to bring Not Like Us. Because remember, Slick, we was talking a couple weeks ago, or how you play Suri, you did this, that, Not Like Us would pop out of nowhere. You even listen to Drake, the next song would be Not Like Us. He was like, yo, what's going on? and nobody talks about it. Slick. He don't get Drake don't get no, like, Kendrick don't get no point deduction. Slick. He don't get no point deduction off of just of the corniness of stuff that he's basically saying, like, yo, Drake, you a culture vulture, you just that, but he's doing the exact same thing. He just more low key with it. And this is the shit that kills me. But I'm here for game 2. And I have Drake in 5.
No.
Drake in 5.
No, you don't.
Drake in 5. Matter of fact, Drake in 6 because he's a 6 god.
There's no sport where you go, 3-4 months between battles. If anything, this is a rematch if he's trying to set it up. So you don't call it game 2.
Wait, Slick. 50 Cent and Ja Rule beefing for years. I just saw 50 Cent talk. Irv Gotti just had a stroke 2 weeks ago. He said, yo, I pray for him to do well so he could watch my next wave. That shit, the beef don't stop, Slick.
It's not about
you from outside Jamaica, Queens.
It's not beef. It's the sport of rapping. They could hate each other forever. He could say whatever. He could throw a diss. You're trying to get people on the side of saying that this is still a battle, and it's not. If it is, it's a whole new fight.
We still on this, Slick. And then for everybody that's talking about Drake, stay off of music. Yo, why you keep talking about him? He called that nigga a pedophile. You run that shit back in blood, nigga. We beefing in my Cardi B voice forever. Slick, niggas call me a pedophile, Slick. We beefing forever. I don't care how long it is, my nigga. I'm gonna keep throwing shots until you come back into the ring, my nigga. You ever got your ass whooped in the beginning of the school year, and then you trained, and then you got that nigga at the last day of the school? That's what it is, Slick. We gonna wait till the last day of school and whip your ass, and we've been doing push-ups. You caught me off guard. I was doing my shows. You and that bum ass nigga Metro and Future dumbass caught me off guard. I listened to you fans, or not fans, or I listened to the culture. As soon as I got off a tour, I sat here and released a track. Mind you, this nigga was sitting on a stock with different types of angle. And one of the most important shit that pissed me off about the whole battle, Slick, is y'all let a nigga win off of a track that y'all told Drake not to release. Cause Slick, you could agree, we don't gotta say too much on this. It's not like a type of track Drake would probably release.
Definitely is a Drake-esque track. I can see it.
Wasn't one of the things in the beginning of the battle saying, yo, Drake, we don't want to hear none of that bop shit. We want to hear you actually rap.
That's true.
So y'all sit here, restricted my nigga from doing that, but allow this nigga to sit here and basically win off of that battle. And now we seeing hip hop ain't really selling that much, even from the quote unquote female side and the R&B side. Urban music ain't selling. You have what's the girl who's talking about sex and her shit all the time with the blonde chick.
All of them?
Oh yeah, all of them blonde. But the one that's projected to go number 1 now with like close to 300K.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, she was like an actor. Then she turned into a singer.
All of them too. Still all of them.
God damn, Slick. No, the one that's on number 1. It's like, don't do this to me. It's like, you're supposed to pay attention to white people news.
Sabrina Claudio? Not Carpenter?
Carpenter. Something like, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, her shit fire. Her shit is elite. Think about me, think about us, think about I guess so. Espresso.
Yo, and she a freak. You ever seen her concert? She always remix part of her song, and she's talking about how she wants some BBC. So shorty hit my line. You feel me? Hold on. Her little small ass get flipped and turned into that fucking ceiling fan real quick.
I heard Espresso. Espresso is a bop. I ain't going front. I do listen to Sabrina Carpenter. She got it.
So all you niggas is not selling. And y'all turn y'all back, and I think Drake and Slick, before I know I stay a little too much on this, I think Drake is not only battling Kendrick. Yeah, I think he still want his lick back on Kendrick, but I think the real battle, what he's really facing right now, is against Spotify and Lucius. That's why he hasn't released these tracks and that's why he hasn't released these 3 packs on DSPs yet. He's showing niggas like, yo, I have more streaming numbers on my Instagram than what Spotify is trying to show me and Billboard is trying to show me. So I think the reason why he's doing this, I think the Kendrick stuff is personal, but this is not his main op right now. The main op is Spotify, Universal Music Group, and Lucius. And basically the whole platform. And I think he's testing the water to see if he could go independent, which I think he'd be perfectly fine going independent. He might break the fucking music industry if he goes independent. But y'all turn y'all back on the boy. We will win in game 2. Drake in 5. Plot twist. But just speaking on the numbers, Slick, you sent me something on just the recent numbers of just R&B artists. I don't want to put a gender behind it, but just R&B and black pop stars. The numbers is low. From Tinashe selling 8K, Ari Star selling 8K, normally 12K, Victoria Monet 15, Tim's 16.5, Khalil 17, Tyler 26, my boo boo Kehlani 20K, Bryson 39. Yo, Chloe shit didn't even get placed, didn't even chart. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm feeling like it just kind of speaks to the times and like where music is at. Like, I think that we go through ebbs and flows, and I think streaming has killed artist sales. I think Juvenile said it best when you saw his interview. He was talking about album sales, and back in the day, like, you know, I sold 5 million because I ain't put out no singles, and you wanted to hear my music, you had to buy the album, right? And that's important. Like, nowadays you can stream. If you telling me 1,000 streams or 100,000 streams, like 10 songs or something like that, that don't make sense. Because again, I would say if I'm spending my money on something, like the streaming metrics is bad. You got to be like, yo, give me credits. I think that would make more sense. You can listen to what you want, but if you really want to support, you use your credits to hold the album forever. Because I think that's another bad thing about streaming. It's like, oh, if this network ever goes down, you lose all your music. If the streaming networks had credits based on, like, say you pay it $10 a month, you get 10 credits, you could buy an album, whatever with it, that should be one sale. Because that's the problem. You're saying like, oh yes, these songs are popping on playlists and stuff like that. Like the songs of my songs of the week are coming from playlists. And it's frustrating that, you know, I know it's a great song. You know it's a great song. We play it's a great song. But unless it's a song that's relevant on TikTok or relevant somewhere else, it's not getting credit. And then you're saying these artists have to, you're almost chasing a great song, and to not lose your momentum, you're putting out a project built around, you know, whatever you got, and then throwing that song on there. So it's like, it's not cohesive. It's nothing strong. Even if it is something strong, people aren't checking for you because it's like, all right, I just want to hear that snippet of that song. So between streaming, between social media, and lack of artist development and ways for artists to access the masses, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's probably like right now maybe 20 acts in all of music who are really selling. And of those 20, 15 are like bands like, or people like Taylor Swift, or like country bands, or named established bands or artists who was like, all right, cool, their fan base still buys music. You can't tell black and brown people, oh, I could pay for anything from $0 to $10 a month and I can have all this music. I'm not caring about what the artist is saying. I heard the album fire. This is a good song. It's going to be played at, what's it called? It's going to be played in the party or in the club or in the car, and that's what it is. So we're not getting that real firm development of artists. The industries don't care. The label don't care about artists. Like you said multiple times, I think you really want us to do this. If we put together a good song, not even good, catchy, with a hook some people could dance to or whatever, a little melodic, and it hit, a label would give us a bag and be like, all right, yeah, make us a EP with 5 songs, 5 more like that, and take what they can get from us. And be like, all right, bet. Now the next one, y'all on your own. What?
Nigga, we'll be a one-hit wonder. I don't mind. Give me that bag. I'll be a one-hit wonder. Or me. But I agree though. So I think your metric system would be perfect, but it doesn't benefit the labels. What we have now allows labels to set the price. There's only certain artists that will be able to set their price. But speaking of just music overall, before we get into the next part, Dr. Umar has been on a rage lately, and one of the things he's been talking about right now is hip hop and how hip hop need to be more for the community.
Hip hop itself is an institution.
That's run by white people. What the fuck you talking about? Jews own that shit.
fuck is you saying? That ain't no institution.
Jews can't own.
White people own that shit.
Jews can own the music business. They can't own hip hop.
Look at this shit.
They can't own hip hop.
Let's cut the blade a little thinner. Bullshit. They run it.
Listen,
they run it.
The Jews can sell the product. The Jews can own the money that goes out for advances. They can't own hip hop.
Go to law school. You would be a great.
Now, with that conflict meant to hip hop artists or just hip hop media need to have some type of responsibility for Black culture. What's your thoughts on that, Slick?
I think Umar is right. I think the post is trying to say like the essence of hip hop. Jews can't own. Like they can't tell you what is hip hop in a sense, right? I get what the host is saying. Umar is saying, but monetarily we don't benefit. And whatever the message or the sound or the focus is that these record execs are choosing to put emphasis on, that's what's considered hip hop. And you're not getting like for every Rhapsody, we got 25 Ice Spices. No disrespect to Ice Spice, like yo, when she had it, she had it. But then,
all disrespect, she lost that ass. She ain't up no more. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, like when you think about as Black people, unfortunately, a lot of our disdain in a lot of spaces comes around finances, right? Comes around money. We don't own a lot of stuff. We are influences on almost everything, but we are not giving a seat at the table. Right, even when we are, this Jay-Z is the head of Def Jam, Diddy's the head of Bad Boy, G Unit, Cash Money, YMCMB, OVO, like they report to a boss, they report to a Lucian, to somebody who's like, all right, I'll give you 20 million to go develop this artist, or I'll give you X, Y, and Z to go push this, as long as it's hot. And then once it's hot, they got to figure it out, or you got to figure it out. You feel me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got that Aubrey kid. He's good, but he don't have a single yet. Oh, room for improvement. Yeah, they're talking about him on the blogs, but yeah, he's not here. Then you get the best I ever had, and it's like, oh shit, give him whatever he wants. You feel me?
I agree.
So,
but to Dr. Umar part, hip hop do have artists and just overall do have responsibility for the Black community. I said it before in pre-production, the Shiesty mask. Prior to Pooh Shiesty and everything else, even though ski mask has been a staple in hip hop community, but due to the influence of just Pooh Shiesty and other artists, everybody in them little niggas be wearing them shit. All them YNs, my fault. All them YNs be wearing that stuff, and that just shows the influence of hip hop, even with the drill music and all that. And I feel like we do have a responsibility through hip hop. And I ain't gonna lie, it's like I'm joining on your wave. I love me some Sexy Red and everything like that. And I realize that I'm mature in the sense of I don't let Sexy Red influence me. I don't gravitize and make me crash out. Go get me a hood chick to impregnate and whatnot. But we have to realize some of these kids. We grew up without social media. We had a childhood without social media in a phone. We the last generation. These kids grow up with the phone in their face since 2, 3.
Bro, my kid knows when TV is on. I just be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, no. Like, it's crazy. It's like it could be something real simple. Like we got I literally when she's with me in the room, like I did put on like a fucking like the aquarium screensaver, like here, and she'd be like, oh, okay, but hypnotize. Like I'm making sure she goes outside.
So social media and hip hop culture is big on social media, so we do have to regulate and gatekeep in a sense, because now look, people get influenced by the Shiesty, people get influenced by this, that, and the third, and it's not pouring back to the community as much as it's taken out of the community. So I agree with Dr. Umar, but I also do agree with Mouse as well. It's a conversation that needs to be happening in our community, but it's not something that is easy to distribute blame.
And it's not a fix. There is no solution to it. That's the problem. We don't have, again, like I said, we don't have power, like in the sense of like, unless even I can't even say this would work unless everybody was just like, yo, fuck it, we not playing no music until we're not supporting no hip hop, no R&B, nothing until someone so got ownership in this company or is at the head of the table. And it's like, yeah, they'll put a face out there, and even then it's like, all right, yeah, fuck it, we got country, we got Morgan Wallen. Shout out to Morgan. No shot to him. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, he say nigga.
He do say nigga, but it's like just in the sense of like not to say it's impossible. It's that hopeless thing we used to.
No, there's other entities that are factors into this. This is not just a single factor or two factor. It's a multi-factor situation. It comes from government. It comes from the bank. It comes from powers to be, where they limit us from getting loans, limit us doing this. So with that, also leads to some people to a life of crime, which ends up messing up the family home, which end up going to this vice versa, or even going back to a full 360 into the prison again. So it's kind of like it's a multi-factor situation where pulling one string ain't going to completely unravel it all.
That's a Fendi.
All right, let's get to some sports. All right, yo, real quick, Patrick Mahomes, good sir, get your wife off of social media, gang. Have you seen what Brittany Mahomes been liking?
Ain't she like a MAGA maniac or something like that?
Yeah, she's a MAGA maniac. I didn't know they was been together since high school, basically since 16. I didn't know that.
You thought that was his new money chick? You wildin'. You a wild boy.
I like to think of a black man, even though he's half. I like to think a black man is faithful to one shorty.
No, absolutely not. You thought that was his new money chick? You are out of your mind.
They've been together since for a long time, since they was kids. So I'm gonna believe that's his shorty.
That's his. I'm not saying that's his shorty, but that's not shorty. But you thought that was
his one and only.
Yeah,
his one body.
She knew what he was doing. She knew what she was doing. She's like, I'm gonna ride this wave till the wheels fall off.
And I'm just saying, shorty, you like, once again, you know your man's in the public light. You in the public light because of your man. You liking Trump support and you doubling down on shit like that, gang. I told you leave well enough alone. Your head's hard. I told you.
I mean, you can't tell your partner what he or she should or shouldn't subscribe to. But I think that, especially again, you said he's black. Like, as a black man or having black family members, for her, that's like, it's very tone deaf. And for him, it's like, how does that make you feel that things that granted your kids are going to be a quarter black, but it's like, they're still black. They're going to know that black side. You're possibly everything. I know he be looking at Brittany like, yo, ooh, I can't stand you. I can't wait for him to leave
Come
you.
on now.
But it's also like, I think that's the hard part. Like, I think a lot of black men, especially, are like, all right, like, this is why they preach, like, you got to get you a black woman. Because it's like, some women can't understand the detriment of those things. Like, being with a white woman, potentially. Like, not saying love ain't love, but I think respect is bigger than love. We'll probably get into that later. And it's like, she don't, even if she has her own reviews, like, just understand, like, it's your social media, but we are public figures. And that can be really off-putting to some of my base, even if he's not chill. Like, he doesn't care personally. You feel me?
I agree. And then you're also hanging out with people like Taylor Swift, who is against the people that you. So I'm just like over here, like, yo, Patrick, look at me, listen to me, good brother. You see what Russell Wilson did, right? He left that white woman at that draft with that big ass mouth and got with Ciara. And look how his life just, now granted, his sports life sucks, but his personal life went, it got up there, gang. I got a couple bad shorties out here that willing to wife you. Even though you sound like Kermit the Frog, I got some bad black women some beautiful black women that will take care of you and will watch your kids if you just love them right. Let me know. Holla at me, gang. I'm with you. I love us, for real. All right. Slick, come on. Entertainment. Come on, Slick.
I don't listen to you half the time when you talk.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the WNBA real quick. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and shout out to my girl Aja Wilson. I got to see her live. She's dope. Now, I just want to say this. MVP. Aja Wilson. I love what Caitlin Clark is doing, and I know she's now pushing to second place in the votings for MVP. But if you rob Aja Wilson this year after what she's been doing, you're going to start a riot.
Only way Caitlyn wins is if the Fever, it's two ways. If the Fever and the Aces have the same record, or the Fever end up with a better record. And I say this because one thing we cannot discount is team success. The Aces are coming off of back-to-back championships, but they are not the run. Last year they were runaway favorites, like 33-3 or some shit like that. This year they're closer to 500. I haven't looked at the standings in the last couple weeks, but I'm well aware that they were struggling to maintain quality. I know they lost to, didn't they lose like LA or something the other night?
Yeah, and they lost to the Liberties a week ago.
Well, Liberty's number one team in the league. That's different. They've been going back.
New York, baby, we back.
However, you got to remember, the Fever have back-to-back number one picks, bottom of the barrel in the league, right? So if Caitlin Clark comes in, and they didn't really make too much, this is her, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. If Caitlin Clark is the catalyst that gets them to a top 3 seed, I can't necessarily say that it's robbery, because if the Aces, but I'm thinking from a basketball perspective, is A'ja Wilson having a historic season? Absolutely. But are they winning? Let me see if I can find the stand.
Oh, what? Yo, stand on business, Slick. This might not go well. We here. We here for the hot takes.
I'm talking about this subjectively. Do I think A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA? Absolutely. Is she having the best season statistically? Absolutely. Historical. But if her team is 500 or below, I got to find it again. And Caitlin Clark does the same thing with less talent and turmoil. Why not? She's at the bare minimum, they're both all first team WNBA.
Can I get my hot take off while you look for your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look like we defending white women right now.
I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie, Angel Reese, I love you. I want to start off this with love. I love you, Angel Reese. I love everything you stand for. You're a black woman doing your thing. But come on, Gango. Caitlin Clark is winning Rookie of the Year. Cause Slick, I've seen some of these games of her, bro. That offensive package need work.
But that's the thing. She gonna get better. Remember, she was what, the 7th pick or the 8th pick?
But Slick, I literally saw a play where she didn't even really lay it up. She kind of like threw it up so it could hit the rebound. She could hit the rim and grab it. I'm sitting here like, I haven't tweeted this. I'm still showing you love because you're a black woman. I'm standing beside our black women. But come on, G. Come on. Slick, don't leave me out here by myself. You watch games. You see how I've seen her catch 4 offensive rebounds and the putback's been
and still not score. Her field goal percentage is very alarming. I think that she has a great skill. I think she's going to be a great player when she gets the touch and the finishing moves and just has them. But right now, I think that there is development. I don't think she's Rookie of the Year. I don't. Just again, that field goal percentage and compared to what Caitlin Clark, like if I'm looking at standings,
the most 3-point.
Not even the Fever have a better record. They're 15-16. The Sky are 11-19. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, I love what Angel Reese is doing because I think people discounted her because I think she should have been a top 5 pick in this draft. Granted, there's a lot of talent. Cameron Brink can get well soon. Rakia Jackson, shout out to you. She was lighting up. What's it called last week?
I love her. She's my favorite. Who
else? The other guard they took, was it Dallas? I think Dallas took a guard top 5. Right, there's some good girls. But I felt like Angel Reese between star power. And she has a skill. She's going to rebound. She's going to get some moves, but she has to get some moves around the basket. She has to become a better finisher.
I agree.
Oh, and to
now,
the record,
real quick, can I get this quick hate off?
Hold on, to the record though. Right, currently the Las Vegas Aces are 18-12. They are the 5th seed in the WNBA playoffs. The Fever are 15-16. They are the 7th seed. So the Aces will have a better record, but Caitlin Clark taking the Fever from bottom of the barrel team to competitive, possibly in the playoffs. There's an argument to be made. I'm not going to say who's right. I would prefer to see A'ja, but if people were to vote, it's like Steve Nash versus Shaq. Shaq had a dominant year, but that impact go from worst to not first, but worst to playoffs. That's something to think of. Especially if they finish above 500, which is something nobody thought they were going to do. We thought they was about to suck again and then have to get what's her name from UConn? What's Shorty's name?
Oh shit,
Paige Buckner's.
Paige, yes, Paige.
So
I was thinking about Juju.
That's whoever gets Juju. Everybody should tank for Juju. Juju is Jordan. Juju's going to come in the W and average 40. I'm going. I hope she's a New York Liberty. I hope they just break down and get her.
The Liberty is good.
Now,
we can make a championship run.
For now.
We ain't getting her.
For now, all it takes is a couple of bad injuries, a pregnancy or two, and we lit.
Oh, you know what? let me get my hate off. Skylar Diggins. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna show you some of Skylar Diggins because you was like the first WNBA body that got niggas' attention and had niggas running to the WNBA to watch play. You really try to bump into Caitlin Clark like that, girl?
I saw that.
Girl, be more commitful with that if you're gonna really do it. Really push her to the floor. All right, but I still love you though. You still one of the first baddies in the WNBA that had people running to it. I still love over here. Now, real quick before we get to our song of the week, what's your thoughts on Maggie Johnson's comment on Anthony Williams after Anthony Williams basically said that only Jordan had skills? Anthony Edwards, wow.
It's Anthony Williams. Oh, you're such an
I don't know who the fuck is Anthony Williams.
Your seventh grade science teacher.
Maybe. No, it was Mr. Miller. What you gonna call it? Anthony Edwards said basically Jordan was the only one that had skills for the 80s and 90s until Kobe Bryant came in, which Magic Johnson basically responded and said, there's nothing really to say. He didn't win a college championship. And I don't even know if he won a high school championship, which is surprising because Magic Johnson is usually the politically correct person. What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like for the older generation, we say that the game is more skill-based now than it was in the past because back then you could have just, if you were able to rebound and put somebody on their ass, you definitely could get a good contract with a little bit, not as much flashy skill, but I also think there was a lot more restrictions on players back then. I think that it's a lot easier, but the game has changed. It's become more of a open forum. Like I think when everybody said it, FIBA basketball is so much better than NBA basketball because we're watching players actually have to play. Like you actually have to know where to go, how to attack a zone, how to, attack the middle of a paint, how to get these open shots and run plays versus like, all right, I'm gonna just dribble 5-6 times and try to blow by you and then, do whatever Euro step, hezzy, whatever you call it, right? And it makes me think like maybe the 80s and 90s, it wasn't as functional, but that was how they played basketball. It was like, all right, bet. It don't matter. You got the Team USA. You got everybody on Team USA average over 18 points a game in the NBA. And now it's like, all right, bet. Games is not getting to 120. It's dudes that are less athletic than Team USA that's just sitting in the paint or guarding up or playing their zone. And it stifles players. So I can't say that they weren't as athletic. It was a different game. And they looked for different things. Nowadays, if you 6'7" and taller and you can shoot, you got a good chance of getting drafted.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you could do anything else. Back then, if you were 7 foot and could chew gum and walk at the same time, you had a good chance to get drafted.
That's crazy.
Think about the guards in the 90s. Like, it wasn't that much emphasis on shooting. So it was like, all right.
It wasn't the 3-point because Jordan's not a good 3-point shooter.
But then neither was Clyde Drexler, neither was Kevin Johnson. But if you had a midi and you could get to the rim and finish, hey, you was an all-star, all-NBA player. So it's a different level of it was different intangible things. Like these little niggas come out with fucking 40-inch verticals and shit. They don't know where to go. They don't know where the backdoor cut is. They don't have
I kind of hate Anthony Edwards' comment because it's kind of like, bro, different time. Don't say that was they were skillful for their time. They're basically the foundation for why you have the skills that you have right now. Basically.
True.
It wasn't like it was a different ball game. The defense was a little more impactful. They could hand check. They're not able to do that now. So it's like, and also you have better everything now. You have better knowledge. You have better trainers, better equipment, better medical team. You got YouTube alone. Like you can really start at 3 or 4. Learn how to play basketball for real and have a whole wide collection of how to style your game compared to the niggas from the 80s who basically kind of like had to come up on the fly. You know what I mean? Like niggas had to come up on the fly from the 80s and everything.
I agree.
So, I mean, I'm surprised that Magic Johnson took that road because usually he takes the high road. But Anthony Edwards, you didn't even watch. And the thing about that pissed me off about Anthony Edwards too, he basically said that he didn't watch 80s and 90s. So you basically making You feel me? He basically taking what you just seen from Jordan clips and basically making your synopsis of the whole 80s and 90s. So I'm just like, bro, do your history of the game before you start making outrageous takes like that. All righty, Slick. Let's get to our song of the week. All right. If you are listening to this on YouTube, please exit and go to your streaming platform, preferably a live podcast app, which you can download on iOS and Android. Or you can find our song of the week on Apple Music Playlist, our Spotify Music Playlist. And you can listen to our previous songs of the week. How the fuck am I still up, Slick? Slick! You picked a side, Slick!
Yeah, because he didn't do this.
No, you picked a side, Slick. How the fuck I'm still up, Slick?
He should have waited. I'm still a Drake fan. I just agree that
no. If you're not OVO,
you gotta talk to your therapist about your cultism.
It's not cultism. Niggas picked a side. I seen the comments.
You are like you are the MAGA of the Drake stands. That's what you are.
You know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Hey, man, we gotta be. Hey, you never could doubt my loyalty as a nigga, though. I'm a loyal nigga.
yeah. You definitely gonna be in the courtroom like, Yana. I ain't think that nigga did that.
All right, so that was our song of the week. You're gonna start previous song of the week on our music playlist, our Spotify music playlist. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. You already know this week's TSA is sponsored by the one and only Heart of Moisture.
This Might Not Go Well podcast is sponsored by Heart of Moisture, your most trusted distributors in all things beauty. From hair products to wellness tools and more, we provide you with access to beauty supplies from wherever you are. Follow us on all social platforms at Heart of Moisture and visit our website at heartofmoisture.com. Let us know how we can serve your community when it comes to your wellness needs. Email us at admin@heartofmoisture.com for more information. Essentials with ease.
Oh, okay. So go support Heart of Moisture. The link will be in the description of this episode. All right, Slick. This week's TSA, we got a lot of good shit to talk about. And I ain't gonna lie, ladies, our female listeners, for this first topic, I'm fake on your side. What's some of the stuff women say? Men, only thing men have is audacity. These two niggas, bro. These two niggas have the most audacity shit I ever heard in my life, Slick. Y'all over here creating broken homes, but Slick, go ahead. Start it off, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm mostly on women's side on this topic. I do kind of understand where they're coming from because of the individuals that they are, but that mindset is toxic. And Cam Newton, you ain't shit for that episode title on your YouTube channel. But Slick, go ahead.
All right. So this week, Cam Newton and Nick Cannon were interviewed by therapists who pretty much told them that they ain't shit politely. They did not take it well. Here's the first video.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent of this saying about your wife?
I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy, I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you, but these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior.
Oh, wait.
These
How would the
houses
girl
and
say,
put kids
Slick?
in these beautiful.
What did the girl say, Slick? 8 minus 2, 8. 6 plus 2, 8. Ain't that nigga? What would they say? No crumbs? Slick, go ahead, Slick. You the more mature one. This nigga wildin'.
She is right. But I think from his point of view, he's a nigga with money who's always had whatever he wanted. So that's a different conversation than you going to a nigga in the projects and being like, yo, you got broken homes, you got 4 baby mamas, 7 kids that all live in the same building. It's a different conversation. So I think the reaction to it is definitely warranted, but it's a different situation. It's like, we not living that life. Not saying it's okay, but again, he can provide, and even with those children with his deficits, from his point of view, he's probably like, yo, I'm a multi-million, $100 million man. My kids have whatever they want type situation, even if I'm not there, kind of. Like, so he can kind of in his mind write out, even though it's not right. Whereas, again, the nigga in the projects with 4 or 5 baby mamas and, like, mad kids, he probably not doing that. He don't got the funds and the ends and the stuff, the time to do all that. So you think about that damage. Shit, this nigga's damage that they daddy's only kid or 1 or 2 kids. They ain't see that nigga. So I think that it definitely shines a light on. It's a very big outlier, but it is a big problem in the community when you think about, one, black men's lack of commitment and overindulgence in being willing to have children without, locking down that woman, whether it's married, whatever you call it, but the 2-family household, no broken family, no broken homes. But it also speaks to, again, like, ego and this idea that God, like, he put that on God. He's like, yo, whatever God wants to bless me with, like, nigga, you make $100 million, you can sleep with a lot of women that will give you a baby because they gonna take that check. But what does that do to the kid? And it double downs on fear. A lot of niggas are scared to get married. We've said it on this podcast.
It's like the most important part is, my nigga, you doing all this work. He's working hard, Slick. He has a bunch of shows that he's doing. He travels. So yeah, he's financially well for the kids, but are you going to be there emotionally for the kids? And this is by far the most stupidest shit I've heard. And ladies, I know we've been talking about marriage for the last few weeks. And we have expressed, at least I have expressed I like to say just the pros and cons of marriage for a man. But ladies, I'm behind y'all 100% on the stupidity of this. Cam Newton, this was a dumb take, bro. Cause she is right. Cause it's not like you are not a hardworking person. So you working hard and you creating a whole bunch of. There's only 24 hours in a day, Slick.
That's a fact. You sleep at 8 of them.
You're not going to be able to. They don't all live in the same house. They're not going to all go to the same school. As they get older, they're going to start seeing that, yeah, daddy don't have enough time for me. Yeah, I'm financially great. I'm not starving or anything, but my dad can't really make it to all the games.
I'm not starving physically. I'm starving emotionally.
Exactly. And even thinking of just Nick Cannon too. Similar situation. He has 6 baby mamas. How you managing all these baby mamas? And also with the broken homes, then the lady's gonna want a lot of man. Then now you're gonna have to fit the dynamic of her man and having that with your kids and everything, instead of just all having a wife and your kids all together. Black men, I understand marriage is not really on our side for the most part. It's really not. If we really want to go pros and cons, outside of the whole love stuff, ain't really that great for us. But please don't be fathering children outside of marriage like this. Now, granted, like you said, Slick, these are very successful men. So financially, they can take care of their kids. They could take care of multiple kids with no issues. But you being a father right now, you spending time with your child, you understand firsthand the emotional aspect of raising a kid. Yeah, it's great to be there financially. It's great for the basic necessity to be met. But can you tell me your kid's favorite color? Can you tell me what your kid does when they're upset or how they come? Like, can you detail that?
That's real shit.
So I disagree with this, man.
Oh, nobody's going to agree with it, but again, that's a different element, different facet of life that they in, that they feel like they can do that. And I think I think that as a community, again, it's something that won't happen. Similar to the music industry we talked about in the regular session, right? We're going to have a real conversation real quick. We have to really do a lot of brick by brick tear down and rebuilding what relationships look like amongst ourselves. I was watching, I think I sent it to you. I don't know, we're not talking about it on here, but I watched the video. This gentleman, this young lady were having a conversation about the benefits of relationships and this, that, and the third. And the gentleman got mad. Because the girl said that, he said that all men got relationships is sex. Right? He would have done that. His woman told him no. He said, but look what you just did. I told you what most men felt, and you said you had a reason. You told me what a man felt. She got up. She said, no, I didn't. And he continued to tell what men felt. He was frustrated. And when you think about a lot of these red pill podcasts, a lot of these interviews with celebrities and therapists and things like that, it's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of pent up residual feelings that aren't even really ours. They come from our grandparents, our parents, our friends, just that we've seen our environment, what everyone has gone through. And that's what makes us, I'd rather, I'm going to just have 3 baby mamas and, not get married and see my kids on a court ordered schedule, because it's easier than being married and having to deal with the mood swings and, the responsibility and the times where I don't like you and vice versa. And then, again, we always double down on the idea of like men and women, they develop differently. I sent you another video where it's like, hey, in terms of what a lot of men feel about women is that a lot of women have a fairy tale, and a lot of us niggas ain't they fairy tale.
We're in the same interview. We're in the same interview that Cam just had. She spoke to
she said that
most of her women clients. She has to break down the fantasy lore.
Yeah. So it's like when a lot of men realize that moment of we talk about hopelessness, but hopeless is like, I'm not the nigga you always thought you was gonna end up with, but I'm what you got, and I got to deal with that. You respectfully. That's what it comes down. That's why I say like Cam and Nick are at a different stratosphere. And while what they're doing is wrong, it's almost like because they have the money and they have the influence or whatever, it gets written off. A lot of times, like the moms don't care. Not to say they don't care, but it's like, all right, cool. At least I know my kid's getting the bread. I can do what I got to do. He'll be around whenever he can be around. You feel me?
Instead of 2 problems, you have 1 type stuff.
Essentially. And it's tough because I think, again, the way we rebuild this is we have to see each other as people. We have to respect each other. Love is cute and cool. It's a lot of niggas that love each other that can't stand each other. And I'm talking about family, friends, whatever. So really taking that time to take that step back and say like, yo, I fuck with you. Do I respect you? Like if I could go back, that's like the piece of advice I would give myself at like 13. Like, yeah, you can love and be all emotional and soft and shit, whatever, little nigga. But do you respect this young lady? And does this young lady respect you? Because if the answer is yes, you're going to move as well as you can. And another thing is, this might be controversial, do they deserve your respect? Ooh. Do you respect them because you see them like your mom's put in still? Because I had to think about, looking back, I did like a mental Rolodex. I was like, shit, respectfully, I would say this is going to sound crazy. A lot of you hoes I respected, I shouldn't have. And some of you I didn't respect as much as I should have. Right? And that was predicated off of how my mama raised me and my grandmama raised me. I'm not saying that you didn't deserve respect, but I gave you way more of myself and my love and my credit than I should have. Right? And if you can read between those lines and see those things, it makes things so much easier to build. And I think that's how we start going about fixing it. But it comes with us teaching our children that. And unfortunately, it's like probably 3-4 generations removed. Like you have to instill that. I have to instill that in my kids. and have them instill that in their, hopefully they instill on their kids, and then maybe their kids have a fighting chance. It's tough.
This conversation always makes me sad because the hopelessness shit is true.
But it's like to identify the problem and be able to see a solution. A lot of times, like science, a lot of scientific solutions take decades to really come about. And I think the science of it's like sociology, the science of humans and the science of how we, as black people, how we've gotten to the points that we're at. And what does that look like? Because again, 60s, 70s thriving. Crack the 80s, woo, 90s, early 2000s.
That came in.
Yeah, early 2000s, 2010s, okay. Then they changed the rules. Now we back in like, So I like again to like we should not be following that. Like I'm not trying to be a baby father. I'm not trying to have multiple children, multiple women. Like of course that should happen at points, but that's not something you should strive. I'm gonna just keep nutting in these women and have these babies. And then my kid's gonna grow up feeling how I feel like, damn, my daddy not here every Christmas. So why he gotta show up at like 6 o'clock? You feel me?
Why do I have to 1 week go with my father, next week go with my mom?
Oh, some of us didn't get that option.
Yeah, but some of us had that, so it's kind of like that's not great. And you don't understand what psychological damage or even trait that you leave upon your kid with that, because now his kid might just be, all right, so I've seen this happen, so I'm okay with continuing this process. So as soon as we have a problem in our relationship, I'll just dip because my dad did that and he went and got a lot of women, and that continues the cycle.
Absolutely.
Cam, I ain't gonna lie, I said it before, that title was nasty, bro. Just sit here and say she's 41 and the relationship goes, but you're still single. That was disgusting.
That was bad work. I've been fucking with his content too. That was just, but the ego it's tough because the ego is the most fragile thing it's probably the most important and also the most fragile thing a man has. And she tore his down in a way he didn't expect. She thought she was gonna roll with the shit when he was like, yeah, I got what God gives me. And nigga, that's why I was like, ooh, in a relationship when a nigga has his ego destroyed or fractured, God bless you.
It's over. And if that man keeps you around, he doesn't respect himself.
That's a fact.
Honestly. Now, Slick, your favorite artist, you know how much I stand for Drake. Your favorite artist, Chris Brown.
Breezy.
My girl never allowed to go to none of his concert because you girls are devious. As what we could see from this tour, and I sent it on Twitter, you women are devious.
I've seen the video.
And Chris Brown, I can't even blame you because it's not even your fault, gang. You just existed. But Slick, what happened if this would happen? If you finally married your love of your life and this is her official wedding post. Play it, Slick.
Together. Well. We finally made it to the day. The day when I give up all my dreams on Chris Brown.
You seen that man's face? And for context, because I know this is not a visual podcast, she posts a screenshot on the first slide. This is multiple slides. The first slide is a picture of her at the meet and greet with Chris Brown holding her face, looking like they're about to kiss. Then you slide, then that's when the video plays of her wedding. If you look at that young man's face when she said that, here we go about the respect thing, Slick. Here we go about the respect thing. I love Kehlani. I love Vanessa Hudgens. You think I would be at my wedding day saying like, hey, since Kehlani likes women, like, damn. I'm just gonna settle for your dumb ass.
Like, damn, bitch, I know you're not scissor, but it's okay. I fuck with you.
Come on, like, you don't twerk like Megan, but your shit jiggle a little bit. Your one cheek jiggle. Like, I fuck with it.
You still fun. It's cool, mama. Yeah, nah, that's wild behavior. But it's like certain shit you can get off. Girls can get off. They don't even see the, like, I guarantee she just laughing thinking this shit went viral. She don't realize that nigga was tight.
And she getting the backlash on social media too. Cause I'm like, shorty, you thought it was Slick. We're not stressing how this is her wedding post. She just got married, Slick. So that whole little joke shit, cool. It was in private with loved ones, whatever. You went on social media and the first slide is the meet and greet photo. It's not even a slide of me and you.
Yeah, no.
Married, Slick.
You got one time.
You know, usually how people put the pictures first and then put the video at the end.
Mm-hmm.
She put the picture first.
It's definitely, it says 1 out of 10. I seen it. I was like, ooh, you stupid. Nah.
Yo, I'll call for annulment. Get my ring back. I'm gonna treat you shit like Nunu from ATL. My shit.
But that's the thing. That's why we always say, like, yo, respect is where it's at. Because it's like, yeah, that shit is funny. Then I would have seen the post. I'm like, yeah, it's clip. I don't fuck with you. It's cool. I'm sleeping in the guest room. Because
that's how many bodies is it? Like 35. Like, how old is Chris Brown? That's whatever bodies it is.
It's just bad. It's just like, it's distasteful. Because I'm like, God damn, like, you gonna really, like, you can have a favorite. Like, again, everybody know how I be feeling about certain artists. But I'm like, yo, that's just some shit I like. I like, look at them. Like, yo, they don't compare to you. I'm not posting that. That's nasty work, bro. That's supreme. Yeah.
Bro.
But then, you know what's the crazy part? If he would have said he didn't like it, she'd be like, why you act like that? You being insecure.
He's insecure. A real man. I'm telling you right now, Slick.
You can never. Hold on. We're talking about respectfully. A woman can never tell me that again in my life. I've heard that like once and twice in my life, and I let it rock. But that will never be said to me again. Because again, to my earlier point, you can't, like, the same way a man can't tell you a woman was ladylike. Like, we've taken that verbiage out. You can't tell her what a real man would do. Because then, what real man is dealing with that? A nigga that, like, I always say there's a difference between a nigga that's trying to fuck you. He gonna say whatever he gotta say to hit, versus your partner. What isn't okay?
That's offended. Yo, fellas, if she start off with as a real man, she about to.
I'm about to say, just walk out. Just walk out. You got dramatics. You got to storm out.
She about to manipulate the shit out of you.
She gonna say some real shit. She about to absorb herself in so much.
Yo, as a real man, you should still be with me if I got a train ran on me. Like, you should still be by my side. You're like, what?
I didn't pay for that ticket, mama. I'm sorry. I'm good.
I guess I'm fake. Now, Slick, you know Slick. I have some Joe videos I want to show you first.
What?
First of all, so this first one, just play the first like 5-6 seconds of this first one, the 2 knives one first. I want to see your reaction to this real quick.
I don't want to play this game, bro. Wow,
we gotta make some fun to this. Just play the first 5 seconds.
Like, come in your cell. I got 2 knives. I slide you one. Say, nigga, fight for your ass.
Cut it out. And this is why I'm a law-abiding citizen.
What the fuck? What? What is wrong with you?
Yo, Slick, I ain't gonna lie. That shit made me go on the straight and narrow. I don't jump the turnstiles. Nigga, I don't jaywalk. Nigga, I've been the upright citizen. Because if a nigga tell me right now, he slid a knife to me, told me to fight for my ass, Slick. If a nigga slapped me a knife and told me to fight for my ass, Slick, I'm going down swinging, gang.
Depending on how the fight going, I'm killing myself just in case. Like obviously, this is not your first rodeo. Like, so respectfully, this is not the first time you've done this. This is one of your moves. I'm a rookie. I do not know what you are talking about.
Yo, this shit's real. He real. I want you. We could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. This nigga is real. He's not for game. He want booty.
Yeah, nah.
Slick.
No, absolutely not. Fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, nigga, I'm slitting my wrist. Wrist,
nigga. He still can use you. I'm gutting my.
Hey, you better hope he's not into dead bodies.
Fuck it. At that point, I'm going. Now you just a heathen. I won't.
Either way.
It's fine. That nigga is nasty. I told you. Sorry, nigga. You just look at them like, yeah, nah. I don't want this. It's over. I always tell people, I'm off myself. It's over. I'm not built for jail. I'm too pretty. Way too pretty.
That's why, yo, you got it. All you YNs out here, you got it, gang. You got it.
That's a fact.
Big civilian gang on this side. Now it's like that was just what happened.
I said I just go to work and go home. Leave me out of it.
Facts. So I just put that as a quick little joke. But this other video, we should title this TSA segment as just niggas just have the audacity. Slick. Let's play this video.
You couldn't even visit me in prison until you sent me at least $2,500. Like that was like the hurdle. Like if you thought like you got to pay IUA. You got to pay IUA.
$2,500
visit me until $2,500 was clear.
Visit a nigga in prison.
Yes. Because this is the thing. This is what you're paying for.
I thought I heard it all.
I get. Oh, you want me? I give it to you up here.
time.
Yeah, we got time to fucking day. So
Cause
first and foremost, it was $2,500 just for them to even be able to see me in person. That's gonna cost you. Because I know for
it costs more to see you than Usher.
because I knew for a fact that I was providing things that they were not getting. See, what you have to understand about the world and why I was able to navigate it like that. First of all, I look away. Second of all, I'm intelligent. Third, my conversation is fucking world spending, right? And on top of that, I can give you something that they're not going to give you out in the world. I can really give you time and attention. So first of all, you got to pay me to listen to your problem.
That nigga said, what? He basically said, yeah, I'm doing my biz, so I can't do nothing else but look at you, so pay for this.
Yo, $2,500 before you, I could do a jail visit. And then you talking about I'm intelligent. Nigga, you must not be that smart if you in jail.
I'm about to say they caught your stupid ass. $2,500?
And nigga, you talk about your conversation game. Nigga, that's the only thing. You better be the best conversationalist. Nigga, you don't have nothing but time to work on your conversation skills.
I'm about to say, you better be talking about how you gonna win that knife fight, nigga. The way you look.
Yo, and then what the fuck is she getting from yo, Shorty's is paying $2,500. What are you provided? You can't provide dick.
It must have been Cam Newton's baby mother.
Oh.
What?
Yo, Slick, this shit is so crazy. When I saw this video, I was just like, niggas can't be serious. Like, you know me, Slick. I come here and try to defend men. I come on this platform and try to defend men. But this week, ladies, y'all got it.
Yeah, we down bad. The Chris Brown video couldn't save us.
It couldn't even save us. From Cam Newton, from Nick Cannon to this nigga over here, and the niggas over here trying to fight for booty. Y'all got it.
I'm bringing two now. I'll throw you one. Fight for your ass. Nah, nigga. It's over. I'm dead.
Y'all got it. Nigga said $2,500. It's like not even like $100. $2,500 to see a nigga in jail. And it sounds like a couple of shorties pay for it.
He definitely.
Mama. Send me that $2,500. You get some dick in real life.
It's probably the same women that be going to South Africa to find them a husband. They be all right.
Oh, now you potted.
Sorry.
All right, let's get to our choose one, Slick. All right, I've been loving doing these movies. Choose one, Slick. This week, I'm gonna start being more selective and start putting some genres behind it. So this week is Black sports movie. This week's choose one, Slick. Above the Rim or Coach Carter.
Coach Carter.
Choose one.
Coach Carter.
Above the Rim? Tupac?
That's fine, nigga. Okay.
Come on now.
It's not like he was actually he wasn't playing basketball on Above the Rim. I don't give a fuck.
Come on, Dwayne Martin.
That's cool. That's cute. Coach Carter, nigga. Suicide.
Why Coach Carter?
Nigga, they started a basketball revolution. So my son Cruz was pulling up from 30 before it was cool, bro.
He basically was a bootleg. What's the nigga from that high school? Clark.
Shit, I don't remember. But nah, I fuck with Coach.
No, from the mountain. The nigga from New Jersey.
Ooh.
The famous black movie when he came in and cleaned up the school.
Oh, Lean on Me or whatever.
Yeah, Lean on Me.
Nah, bro. That movie, I mean, I'm rocking with Coach Carter. I enjoyed the story, seen it in theaters and all of that. Like, that shit was lit. Above the Rim is good. Again, it's not a bad movie, but I'm gonna run back and watch Coach Carter. What am I gonna watch with a shorty? Coach Carter. We chilling.
I had Marlon Wayans.
That's my guy.
Woody Harris. Just Leon. Nothing. All right, what sports movie would you put against Coach Carter? Cool Runnings?
Nah, against Coach Carter. Remember the Titans is up there. I think that'd be interesting. You get Denzel.
But that's more that with white folks though. I ain't gonna lie. I want something with niggas.
A nigga sports
yeah, I want
movie?
something with niggas.
Probably Gridiron Gang with The Rock. Gridiron
with
Gang.
Polynesian niggas over here, the Pacific Islanders.
Gridiron Gang was fire though, bro. The niggas is in jail and shit. They was in juvie and he got them a football program based on a true story. That's when I used to literally go see every movie The Rock was in for like the first till he got that Disney deal.
I got you right now, like Mike. Come on, fuck with me.
I'm watching Coach Carter.
You're not fucking with like Mike.
That shit fake as fuck. That little 5'4" nigga dunking and shit from the free throw line. No, I'm not watching like Mike. I haven't watched like Mike since I was like 6.
Come on, we losing recipes, Slick. All righty.
What you picking? Above the Rim?
No, I'm picking Coach Carter. Sunset Park, baby. Come on now, it's Brooklyn. you know me. All right. But I think that's good for our audio journey. Thank you. Rate us 5 stars if you like this episode. And please download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android. Please follow us on all social media at Thismightnotgowell. If you're in the branding deal, it's a business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. I'm the voice of Outside, B Brezzy, aka Poppy Side Zone.
It's your boy Slick Grayson. Y'all be great. We'll see y'all next week.
To Cal.
Just take the beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always say it's something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.